Well, according to Ming-Chi Kuo, Apple is going to be putting Touch ID back into the iPhone. But I'm going to go ahead and say, Ming-Chi, no way. Got him.
Want daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck?
Of course you do.
Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech. Of course, show that gives you all latest tech news from one geek that is me to another that is you. Happy Tuesday. It's so good to see you. I know we haven't posted in a few days, but listen, there's no news. There's no tech news. There's a drought of things that I care about. Now, hang on. I can hear you typing. Before you head down to the comments section, be like, but John, there's so many things to talk about. Like, why don't you talk about how Elon Musk is going to put a turbo thruster in a dildo and send it to Planet Ravioli? Listen, children, haven't you learned by now? This is not a real tech news show. This is the Jern show, and Jern does what he wants. And right now, Jern wants ravioli. A lot. All right, so first up for the day, story numero uno. According to Ming-Chi Kuo, I don't know what this was, Apple is putting Touch ID back into the iPhone, underneath the display. Now, I'm pretty sure this is not the first time we've talked about Touch ID coming back into the iPhone under the display, but according to Ming-Chi Kuo, the most reputable Apple analyst leaker person ever in the history of everness, in 2021, Apple is going to be putting an in-display fingerprint sensor in the iPhone 13 XS, XL, whatever it's called. Now, obviously, in-display fingerprint sensors in phones these days isn't a new thing, but they're also not that great, and that supposedly, according to Ming-Chi Kuo, is exactly why Apple has held off. So I guess what we can expect to hang on just a second. That last line seemed way too perfect and newscastery and professional. Need to fix it. Okay, for real. Anyhow, according to Ming-Chi Kuo, it's the limitations that in-display fingerprint scanners have right now. That's the reason why Apple has held off so far. For Apple to do it, they want it to be really, really good. And actually, within Front Page Tech history, I have said that as soon as they can put Touch ID back in the iPhone, Apple will. Because they originally wanted to keep Touch ID in the iPhone when they incorporated Face ID, but they failed to do so. So multiple times, I have actually said that I believe Apple will put Touch ID right back into the iPhone the second they can do it. But you know what? I'm gonna do something rare here. I'm gonna change my mind. And listen, I know it's not a popular thing to go ahead and go against what Ming-Chi Kuo is saying. That's a very, very bad idea typically. And this is the second time in a row that I'm actually doing it, but I'm gonna do it. I don't believe it. You see, according to Ming-Chi Kuo, he says that over the next 18 months, a lot of technical issues with these in-display fingerprint scanners will be resolved, which will then allow Apple to go ahead and deliver a quote-unquote high-tier experience that it's looking for in its devices. Kuo also is assuming that because of the whole Qualcomm deal, that they're going to be able to actually use Qualcomm's ultrasonic fingerprint Can I try that again? Qualcomm's ultrasonic under-display fingerprint scanner system thing. But listen, I'm actually gonna journ this one up and go against the grain and say no. I know it's not a good idea to go against what Ming-Chi Kuo is saying and predicting, but I'm gonna predict the opposite, that within the next 12 to 18 months, Face ID and that sort of technology will be so far ahead that we just won't need Touch ID. We already don't need Touch ID at this point, and it's just gonna be even further away from Touch ID, and we're just not gonna need it. It's just not gonna be worth, if they're taking 3D Touch out of iPhones because they don't wanna incorporate that hardware cost, in-display fingerprint scanner, I don't think it's gonna happen. So go ahead, write this down, fold it up, put it in your pocket, save it for later. Jern said this. I think I'm gonna be right. I just don't think this is gonna happen. There's no need. All right, so that was the Apple news for the day. Now let's talk about Google news. Our good old Google. So Google put out a thing here, right here. They put out a post, and you could read the whole thing or not, like the rest of the humans. Instead, it was summarized in a tweet that was put out by Made by Google that said, starting in 2022, 100% of Made by Google products will include recycled materials with a drive to maximize recycled content wherever possible. And as you know, I have contacts over at Google, so I can go ahead and actually confirm this for you. Yes, 100% of Made by Google products will be made of recycled materials. Recycled from all the shit that they can't sell. Okay. We have a OnePlus leak. That's it. I can fix this, hang on. So this picture was originally posted on Weibo, Weibo? Weibo bottle pop? What am I even doing anymore? It was then posted by Slash Leaks. According to them, this is the OnePlus 7T Pro. OnePlus 7T Pro. So here are the images. There you go. Okay, so that's it. That's it leaked. Okay, all right. Now, I know you're probably wondering, but Churn, why just show us a couple pictures? Is that it? Is that all you're putting in the show? Nay, I have more. I want to propose a question to you. Do you think this was a noopsie doopsie poopsie loopsie kind of leak, or a totally wodally on purpose odally leak? Because, need I remind you, a couple days from now, we're getting the Note 10. Samsung's gonna have their unpacked event. They announced the Note 10. Woohoo! Man, can't wait to see that. Surprising, nothing is leaked yet. I just know it's gonna be one of those shows. I know what's gonna be in the comments. Jern, why are you always so negative? This show is so negative. I'm sorry, please allow me to change that. Because now, the P in FPT stands for positivity. Why, look! Here's this puppy! Puppies are so cute! I love them so much, I just want to... Oh, what's this? A person giving money to a hobo? What a good, positive deed! Did you hear about the thing? Elon Musk is putting a turbo thruster on a dildo and sending it to Planet Ravioli! That's happy! Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, the OnePlus leak thing. Funny story, turns out after reading a bit more into this, this is not a leak. Like, not at all. This is not the OnePlus 7T Pro thing. This is actually a prototype of the OnePlus 7. Old prototype, not a leak. Whoops. And that is the show, kids. I hope you liked it or learned something positive today. If you did, hit that like button. If you dislike my silly face, please hit the dislike button. That button works too. If you're new here, please subscribe for positivity, because FPT stands for fucking positivity. Am I right? Happy smiles. Good day.